Hello everyone, it's Mr. Lee, your friendly neighborhood media arts teacher. This week we're going to be talking about shot composition. This goes right along with our previous lesson on shot sizes. And you'll find that this lesson and the next lesson that we do, they all sort of build on each other. So by the time you're done studying shot sizes, shot composition, and different shot angles, you sort of start to put all of them together. You'll find that a single shot in a film can be quite complex as you start to layer all of these different shot techniques together. They can be complicated with a lot of layers, like an ogre.
Layers! Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
This week our lesson is all about composition. You can see from the video behind me. I'll be watching this video in a minute to learn what exactly film cinematic composition is. It basically means where all the characters are in the frame, how many characters there are in the frame, and what this composition says about their relationship. So as I hope you discovered from the shot sizes video, and as you will continue to discover as we study different types of shots, there's a lot of psychology that goes into a shot. How does the shot affect the audience's mind, their emotions, their feelings? What can we communicate about a character without using any words, with just using the camera setup? Now clearly that type of technique is quite advanced, but that is what we're building towards. Just like our last video on shot sizes, those of you that have had me in class before, you're going to hear some familiar terminology, but there may be some terminology that might be new to you. And we'll break it down after the video, and then we'll talk about it before we get into this week's assignment. So now I'm going to turn it over to the nice British gentleman from Studio Binder, and he's going to talk to you about shot composition. This video is a little shorter than last week's video, so please make sure you watch till the very end. Take it away, British guy.
In the previous episode of the shot list, we broke down all the most commonly used shot sizes in the filmmaker's toolbox. But once the camera shot size is determined, the question becomes, how should I compose the subjects in each frame?
And action, dirt.
This is episode 2 of the shot list. Framing. Now, let's get into the proper frame of mind. These are the most commonly used framing options to cover action in a scene.
I've never seen anything like this.
Singles, which can be clean or dirty. Two shot. Over the shoulder. Point of view. And finally, the insert. Our first framing convention, the single. A single shot features one character alone in the frame. The individual character is the primary focus. But there are two ways to frame a single. A clean single is when no part of any other character is visible in the frame. It's best used when you want to convey a character's isolation. Whereas a dirty single includes a limited presence from another character in the frame. And don't forget that singles, like all of the framing options, can be combined with any of the shot sizes we covered in the last video. Whether it's a close-up, a medium shot, or a wide shot, the single still applies. When two characters are visible together in frame, this is called the two-shot.
Don't sing if you want to live long.
The orientation of the characters to one another can vary, but to be considered a two-shot, both faces must be clearly visible. The two-shot is all about creating a visual relationship between two characters.
All your moves in advance.
This relationship might be affectionate,
Stay dead, stay
pretentious,
Mind out of this world.
or even imaginary. When more characters are added to the frame, the terminology adjusts to 3-shot,
Come on, get down with the sickness, you mother, get up.
4-shot,
Get down with the sickness, you mother.
and so on.
Come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it flow.
There is no official limit on how high this number can go,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
but numbering this would be overkill. Best to just call it a crowd shot. Remember that no matter how many characters you include in a single frame, you are creating a relationship between them. The most common and useful way of covering a conversation is the over-the-shoulder shot. An OTS shot acts like a hybrid between a single and a 2-shot, and similar to a single, we're often only focusing on one character at a time. From these OTS angles, we get perspectives from both sides and a sense that we are included in the moment.
Can I help you?
I hope so. I'm an old friend of George's. Thought I'd stop and say hello.
When you want the audience to experience the perspective of a character, it can be effective to frame up a point of view or POV shot. The idea of the POV can cover a wide range of perspectives. A person, an alien, a camera, a disembodied spirit, or even a shark. In many cases, a POV shot is also paired with POV audio, so we can see what they see and hear what they hear. The insert shot is not just about going extremely tight on a detail. The way the information is framed is often even more important than how prominent it is on screen. Inserts can also be combined with POV shots, a first-person perspective. Or are we looking at the insert shot from a third-person perspective? Or a hybrid frame like this, both an elegant insert and an effective POV. We've covered the most common types of camera framing, but now let's put it all together. Let's look at Bong Joon-ho's Parasite. This sequence of scenes is about the physical and ideological connections between family members. Watch how the director ties them together through framing decisions. An ultra-wide 4-shot of the Kims in the Park family's backyard. An insert shot of 4 whiskey glasses being filled. A medium 4-shot of the Kim family. A hybrid 4-shot OTS POV. A close-up dirty single. A dirty single. A dirty 2-shot. A dirty OTS shot. A complementary OTS.
이왕 김치국 마시는 김에 말씀드리자면
A dirty single. A full 4-shot.
이 돈이 다 나한테 있었어 뭐. 구김살을 쫙.
A 2-shot. Pans over to a different 2-shot.
윤기사.
The pan continues to a 3-shot. A dirty single. A dirty single. An OTS shot. A clean single. Pans over to frame another clean single. Lastly, a wide 4-shot.
뭐야? 누구야 이 시간에?
뭐냐?
As we've seen, the way you frame a shot helps guide the scene in the desired direction. Once you understand what you want to achieve in the scene, you can decide how best to frame your subjects. Plan out your shots in detail before production.
So that's a lot to take in, but remember these points of composition or framing, as the video calls it, are meant to build upon the shot size lesson from last week. And because of that, our assignment this week is going to be just like the assignment last week. So you'll make a short video containing a list of particular shots, or you can make a slideshow or PowerPoint with still images. It doesn't matter to me either way. I just want you all to practice recreating these shots. Now remember, I said recreating. The assignment says recreating. That means you're creating something. It doesn't mean you're going on the internet and searching for a dirty single and posting that as your own work. You must create the assignment yourself. Now, I'm alone in my classroom today, so I don't have anybody here to help me get these shots, but I did find some things that would help me recreate some of these shots. So I'm going to do the assignment. Here it is. This is a single that is clean. Only one character is in frame. This is a single that is dirty. We clearly see one character, and then there is another character that is partially in frame but obscured. This is a two-shot. This is also a two-shot, and this is a two-shot. With a two-shot, the most important thing is you can clearly see both characters. If you can only see part of one of the characters, that's not a two-shot. That is a single shot that is dirty. Remember, a two-shot can easily become a three-shot or a four-shot or a five-shot or a 10-shot. But once you get to a certain size, we just call that a crowd shot. Here is an over-the-shoulder shot, most typically used when two people are in conversation. An over-the-shoulder shot is similar to a dirty single. The difference being the camera is very specifically directed over the shoulder of the character closest to the camera. I don't need help from my additional models to do a POV shot. POV shots are very simple to recreate. This is an insert shot, and so is this, and so is this. Okay, so I've just done your homework assignment for this week, and it took me about 30 minutes. The most time-consuming thing was putting all the shots together and throwing on some labels, and even that wasn't that difficult. So I really don't expect any excuses or any late work. Moving forward, these lesson assignments you get at the beginning of the week are now going to be officially due on Sunday. That gives you a few days to get things done. But don't let everything build up, because you may have multiple due dates on Sunday, and that might get a little overwhelming. If you are late for the first day, it's 15% off, and then it's 5% every school day after that. Stay on top of your courses. If there are problems, you need to start communicating with me. You can reach me via Schoology. If you go to the syllabus in the beginning of the year folder on Schoology, you can find a cell phone number you can reach me at. I'm taking calls, and I get text messages there daily. Let me know how I can help you, and I'll see you soon.